Okay, so let's cover one that's probably been covered a few times by many people, but two characters I thought were incredible when I first saw them. They are the Marquis of Death and, of course, the Chaos King. Basically, two incredibly strong characters, multiversal, universal threats. But what would happen if they both decided, oh, we're going to do our thing now, and they ended up bumping into each other? Would this mean the end of the multiverse completely, or would they basically have to have a battle and find out which one of them is the overall ruler? So let's have a quick look at both characters and decide who would win, the Chaos King or the Marquis of Death. We'll start quickly with the Marquis of Death, aka Clyde Wincham. He's from another Earth. I think it's 807128. Now, Clyde was born as the only mutant in his universe, and he had immense powers. So basically, they sealed him away in Area 87. A large group of characters, basically Mr. Fantastic, Reed Richards' villains, attempted to break him out. However, he escaped and he brutally murdered them all, thus causing him to transform and change into the Marquis of Death. Marquis of Death goes around basically wiping out universes as he pleases. At one point, bumps into 616 Doom, and I guess he kind of likes him, takes under his wing, tells him he needs to become his apprentice, bringing basically back to the modern day where Marquis of Death comes back to Earth. Doom's preparing a nice wee party for him, but Marquis just says, "You're basically a failure." Sends, in an incredible show of power, he turns Doom's blood into acid and his heart into stone, which I don't understand how he can survive that, and sends him back to prehistoric times. Then he battles, basically the Avengers. It turns out that Doom's the Marquis of Death's current apprentice is that version of Doom sent back in time, who's gone through time. They end up defeating him somehow, but he is an incredibly overpowered being. I mean, he just decides to turn Sun supernova at his incredible power. I think he also made Doom believe that he was battling him for years and years on end. Ended up in the vision, Doom thought he had won, starts a life marrying Sue Storm, which is basically his whole dreams come true, only for snap back to reality, and it had only been 10-15 seconds, and he was just showing Doom how meaningless his attempts were to try and even fight him by showing him a future that he will never have. Marquis of Death has basically all the powers, speed, he's basically immortal, mastery of time and space, reality warping, he could travel across the multiverse at ease, and of course, as he's destroying universes, he survives, so that's pretty impressive. Next up, we go with the Chaos King, Amitsu Mikaboshi. Now, Chaos King is a segment or a part of Oblivion, who is an incredible cosmic entity. The Chaos King has appeared a few times throughout Marvel. I guess the main story is from Chaos War. Basically, he has decided it's time for him to do his own thing. Now, the Chaos King has immense power. He can bring beings like Eternity under his control. He stated that he can shadow over Galactus. Galactus is just a mere speckle for him. Again, like all characters, reality warping, mystic arts, strength, speed, stamina. He killed many, many gods in his crusade, spreading his darkness across the universe and all reality, basically doing the work of Oblivion for him. And he is essentially the primal embodiment of nothingness in the universe. If it wasn't for Hercules gaining all sorts of godlike artifacts and just some smarts to trap him somewhere, easily would have completed his mission in taking over everything. Chaos King was an incredible power. He defeated, as I was going to say over and over again, most of the gods were defeated by this man, and he wasn't even at full strength at the time. And who would win if they did battle? Well, I think I would go with Chaos King, mainly because based on the fights and backgrounds, Marquis of Death has, well, he's destroyed many universes and has experienced fights. He's got a lot of power, but then you've got an entity like the Chaos King. Now, according to comics, he possesses powers above eternity and is seen only to be defeated because, yeah, you can't really have a bad man winning. So, yeah, it was hard. They had to right away to defeat him. They defeated him by not really defeating him, by sending him into that different dimension. Um, Chaos King's so old; he's got years of experience battling anyone. He's also got that behind him. Marquis of Death's got the power, but I don't know if he's actually a fighter. Whereas Chaos King actually engages Hercules, and they do have a good battle. So that's another thing to go with them. Yeah, so basically, no one wins. They would both wipe out universes, but I would have to edge it to Chaos King being a stronger villain than Marquis of Death, despite loving the story that the Marquis of Death came from. Chaos War is a pretty good story too, if you ask me. But yeah, I would say Chaos King, hands down, would defeat the Marquis of Death. Um, yeah, let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong. Let me know who you think would win, and thank you for listening.